Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a mind, body, soul reading for Sagittarius. The messages in this reading are for any part of your chart in this sign, with special emphasis on sun, moon, and rising. Before we get started, I wanted to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Hi, Sagittarius. I'm sure you can tell, but I am under the weather. So I do apologize for all my yuckiness. Happy birthday, by the way. I hope you saw the birthday reading. Tonight we're going to be starting with the Tarot of Curious Peekers by Chris Ann. Thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes, and comments from the last couple of readings I've done for you. I really appreciate them. They just fill my heart with so much joy. All right. We are going to get started by getting a card for the mind. You have the Queen of Cups for the mind. And what does Sagittarius need to know for the body for the month of December? What does Sagittarius need to know? I have a couple cards. They're being tricky. You have the Moon and the Empress for the body. The Five of Cups for the soul. What's the overall message? What is the overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius? You have the Three of Swords. And the bottom of the deck, which is advice going forward in the month of December, which, by the way, I'm meaning this to be a timeless reading, but I am doing it in December. And so if you find that there's patterns or themes that you recognize from your own life, then it's very possible it's because these things happen around this time for you usually. So the first card you got is the mind, and that's the Queen of Cups. Your mind feels like it's really starting to get, it's really being in its power in handling its emotions. Like you feel like you're handling your emotions in your mind very well. You've given it lots of love, and you don't let your emotions control you. You feel those emotions, you feel them deeply, and you process them the way you need to process them in a very healthy, like an emotionally healthy manner. That's such a great card for the mind. I love that. For the body, you have two cards. You have the Moon and the Empress. These are both major arcanas. So it tells me that your body is learning a lot of major lessons. It feels like there's a lot of uncertainty in trying to become this Empress, and that you need to just follow what feels natural. Because following the natural path for you will lead to abundance. This is feeling abundant in your body. So take care of it in ways that feel the most natural. If you need to go outside and howl at the moon, then that's what you got to do. If your body says, hey, it's time for us to go on a nature walk, safely, of course, then that's what you got to do. The Empress is about taking care of herself and the kingdom. This is knowing that she has the entire empire covered. She is like the mother of the empire. How are you mothering your body in a way that feels natural? That's what I'm getting right here with this combination, is that your body is asking you to do natural things and love it like a mother would. Your mom isn't going to let you typically eat an entire sleeve of Oreos for dinner. If that means that you've got to tell yourself you can't have a whole sleeve of Oreos for dinner, maybe listen to that. So for the soul, you have the Five of Cups. It's really important that when we think about the Five of Cups, that we don't move right on ahead to the Three of Cups. As nice as that is, because we have the 3 here and we're mourning the 2, we need to properly mourn the 2 cups that we've lost before we can move on to the 3 that we have. Because this card is all about grief and sadness and loss. And your soul is feeling like it's losing out on something. So take the time to grieve whatever that is. That way you can celebrate properly when it's time. It's really important that you do that. And I know that that sounds like a really solemn message, and I don't mean for it to be that way, but I have personally experienced a lot of grief in my life, and not taking care of it can lead to bigger problems. So whatever you need to do to properly and healthily and safely grieve these cups, do that first. Because what is meant for you will never pass you by. The cups that are meant for you, these 3 right here, they'll be there when it's time to celebrate again. Trust that. The overall message I have, or the overall message we got for the month of December for you, and I do mean for these to be timeless readings, but as I said earlier, if this is patterns in your normal life that you notice that pop up in December, that might be why this shows up for you now. But the overall message is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is a painful card because it's about heartbreak. And heartbreak can be such a big deal because even though it's in the mind, it's also in the heart as well. Because the swords are about the mind, whereas the 3 of Swords really speaks to a big heartbreak. And maybe that's what this 5 of Cups relates to, because it's also about grief, which can be heartbreak related. But these can be physical symptoms that pop up from a big heartbreak. I don't know. I don't know your situation. There's plenty of energies that I feel that I'm reading, but take time to grieve properly and to heal properly, because what comes after the 3 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. And that's about resting and recovering. So right now, feel those emotions that we talked about before. Don't let them control you, but heal them properly. Feel them and then heal them, because that's the only way to transform that sort of energy so you can move on. The overall advice you have is the King of Cups, which I think is a great card to get for this reading, because you've already got the Queen of Cups right here, and this says that this is his partner. This is the Queen of Cups partner, is the King of Cups. This is someone who has learned everything they can possibly learn about their deep feelings and deep emotions, and about love as well. This is about feeling everything deeply and not necessarily not letting anything come to the surface, but allowing it to come to the surface at its proper time, as well as coming to a place where you can handle those emotions in a healthy way. You can release them in a healthy way. You take them, you feel them, and then you let whatever needs to go, and you keep what you need, what's good for you, because you don't want negative energies and negative emotions controlling your life. So it says keep learning that. Keep working towards this King of Cups area, because that's going to be really important for you going forward in this month of December. Now we're going to get a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle, which is also by Chris Ann. And if you didn't watch any of my other videos yet, in this deck there is an essential meaning as well as a self-care message. The essential meaning is as if you get it in the upright, and the self-care message is as if you get it in the reverse. I'm going to read both because I feel that there's always an important message from the whole card. And I'm going to read directly out of the guidebook for this. Oh. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know from the Sacred Creator's Oracle? All right. What's your honest truth? Card number 20. So we're going to move this so you can see. And then I'm going to read out of the guidebook. I apologize. I'm really struggling with this. Hopefully it's gone by the next time I do another reading. Would be really nice. All right. Card number 20. What is your honest truth? What's your honest truth? Essential meanings. Total authenticity and transparency. A glorious unveiling of spirit. Clear and compelling communication that comes from the heart. Finding the key to abundance by finding what is true and right for your soul. Self-care message. A need to peel back the many layers of your own truth. Holding on to masks for protection. A true dive into your own heart with love and compassion. A need to pay closer attention to the shadow aspect of your story. Areas where you may be denying your truest desires and your true essence. We hold on to many layers of truth. Truths we learned from our parents, the ones we've learned during lived experiences, and the ones that our ego holds. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And the ones that our ego holds on to in order to lovingly protect us from the world. You've outgrown a layer, and it's time to do some shedding in order to curate the best framework for your future. At the base of all your learned truths lies a different sort of true, an underlying true essence, and this core foundation is refusing to be quieted or ignored any longer. You will hear it clearly now, as an old truth has become too small for your expanding life. Perhaps a soul purpose, a sacred contract, or a destiny is unveiling your truest true or your honest truth. Perhaps it is reminding you now that you are here for a reason. When you strip it all down to the soul, what are you being called to do, and why are you here at this time? Do you believe soul purposes can change and evolve over time? What were you doing the last time you felt insecure or inauthentic? And what did you do or think to create that situation? How do you feel when you are most authentically you? Is there a negative belief about yourself or about your abilities that is holding you back? A story about circumstance? How can you tap into the infinite nature of your soul and shift your thinking on this? I really like this. I feel that what I felt the most during this reading is that you're going to use these lessons of the cups to really transform yourself in this situation from something that feels really painful and like deep grief and turn it into something that feels right and natural for you. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share it with someone else you may feel it also resonates. Again, thank you so much for clicking here. I hope this month brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle, and I look forward to doing your next reading.